Good morning, students. Let us continue with the discussion on the complexity of recursive algorithms using this third method, that is Master's theorem. Okay, suppose if our t of n is in this form, that is a times t of n by b plus theta of n raised to k log n raised to p. Okay, so here what is A? A is the number of subproblems, B is the problem size, and K is the work done. Okay, we are representing the work done in terms of K and P. Now there are some conditions to be satisfied by these variables. A should be greater than or equal to 1, B should be greater than 1, K should be greater than or equal to 0, and P should be an element of, it should be a real number. It should be an element of the real number set. Now there are three cases. Okay, the first case, if our A is greater than b raised to k, okay, then t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b. Okay, now if a is equal to b raised to k, then there are three subcases where t of n is defined with respect to the value of p. Okay, based on the value of p. Okay, so here for all the three cases, a is equal to b raised to k, and if p is greater than minus 1, then t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b times log n raised to p plus 1. If a is equal to b raised to k and p is equal to minus 1, then t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b times log n. Now the third case is here. Okay, subcase is here. When a is equal to b raised to k and p is less than minus 1, then t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b. Okay, now the third case is when a is less than b raised to k. In that situation, okay, we have to check the value of p. If p is greater than or equal to 0, then t of n is equal to theta times n raised to k log n raised to p. Now, if p is less than 0, then t of n is equal to big O of n raised to k. Let's continue with the discussion. So here the example given here is t of n is equal to 3 times t of n by 2 plus n. This equation says that we have three subproblems of size n by 2. Okay, now here a is equal to 3, b is equal to 2, k is equal to 1, and p is equal to 0. Okay, k is equal to 1, and since there is no log term, p is equal to 0. Now here it's very clear that 3 is greater than 2 raised to 1. It says that we are in case 1. We are in case 1. So t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b. Since we know the values of a and b, we can substitute it here. So we get the time complexity of this recurrence relation as theta of n raised to log 3 to the base 2. Let us discuss the next example. So here we can see t of n is equal to root 2 t of n by 2 plus log n. Okay, so here here in this given equation, a is equal to root 2, b is equal to 2, that is the size of the problem size is n by 2, so b is equal to 2, then k is equal to 0, so there is no term associated with n, so n raised to 0 is 1. Okay, so 1 into log n, here we from that we can very easily find the value of k, that is equal to 0, and b is equal to 1. B is equal to 1. Now root 2 is always greater than 2 raised to 0. Hence we are in case 1. So t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b, which is n raised to log root 2 to the base 2. So here we can rewrite it as t of n is equal to theta of root n. Let's continue with another example. T of n is equal to 2 times t of n by 2 plus n log n. So here we have two subproblems of size n by 2. A is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, and k is equal to 1. and p is equal to 1. So here we find that 2 is equal to 2 raised to 1, that is a is equal to p raised to k. We are in case 2a. We are in case 2a. Here p is greater than minus 1. So t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b times log n raised to b plus 1. Substituting the values of a, b and p, we get it as theta of n raised to log 2 to the base 2, which is equal to 1, that is n, times log n raised to 2. So here t of n is equal to theta of n log n square. Going to the second example. Okay, so here we have t of n is equal to 4 times t of n by 2 plus n square. Here a is equal to 4, b is equal to 2 and k is equal to 2 and p is equal to 0. We don't have a log term here in this given equation. Now here we can see that a is equal to b raised to k, hence we are in case 2a. Now what is t of n? According to case 2a, okay, and case 2a where a is equal to b raised to k and p is greater than minus 1, t of n is equal to theta of n raised to log a to the base b times log n raised to p plus 1. Substituting the values of a, b and p, we get it as theta of n raised to log 4 to the base 2, which is equal to, this part is equal to 2, that is n square times log n raised to 1. That is t of n is equal to theta of n square log n. Now let us proceed with another example, that is t of n is equal to 2 times t of n by 2 plus n by log n. This can be rewritten as t of n is equal to 2 times t of n by 2 plus n times log n raised to minus 1. From here we can very easily derive the values of a, b, k and p. Here a is equal to p raised to k, that is, and p is equal to minus 1. That means we are in case 2b. When we are in case 2b, t of n is defined as theta times n raised to log a to the base b times log n. Substituting the values of a and b, we get t of n is equal to theta times n log n. Now the next example we have t of n is equal to 2 times t of n by 4 plus n raised to 0.51. Here k is equal to 0.51, p is equal to 0, a and b are 2 and 4 respectively. Here we can see that a is less than 4 raised to 0.51 and p is equal to 0. That means we are in case 3a. When we are in case 3a, right? We are in case 3a, t of n is equal to theta times n raised to k log n raised to p. Okay, what is p? P is equal to 0. That means t of n is equal to theta of n raised to 0.51. Let us continue with few more examples. T of n is equal to 3 times t of n by 4 plus n log n. Here the values of a, p, k and p are as follows. So here we can see that that is a is less than b raised to k and p is greater than or equal to 0. That means we are in case 3a. So according to 3a, okay, t of n is equal to theta times n raised to k log n raised to p. That is equal to theta of n times log n. Moving on to the next example, here we have, okay, t of n is equal to 2 raised to n, t times n by 2 plus n raised to n. In this recurrence relation, we cannot apply Master's theorem because a is greater than or equal to 1 is not being met. Here a is being represented as in the powers of 2 raised to n. We are expecting some constant value for a. It should be an integer. Okay, here it is been represented as in the powers of 2 raised to n. So we cannot apply this Master's theorem. Thus, 2 more examples where Master's theorem cannot be applied. So here, in this example, t of n is equal to 0.5 times t of n by 2 plus 1 by n. The condition a greater than or equal to 1 is not being satisfied. Hence, Master's theorem is not applicable. it should be an integer. Instead here it is a yeah, it is a